Hi, everyone. I doubt very much you expected to see me in the next couple of weeks, but here I am. This is uncharted territory for a lot of us. This is really uncharted territory because I've never done this before on camera. Now, I doubt most of you want to learn much about English right now. Frankly, I can understand. Besides, everybody knows what you want to know is exactly what am I doing right now? Because that seems to always be the topic around class time is what am I going to be up to? Well, the fact is I'm pretty much following orders. I mean, I am staying home and there are reasons for that. I wanted to go to the Quad Cities on Sunday and have dinner, and my wife talked me out of it. Well, then the governor shut all the restaurants and bars down, and well, if it had been for some people younger than me on Saturday ruining it for everyone else, this might not have happened. You see, in Chicago, St. Patrick's Day is like a grand holiday, and they were celebrating St. Patrick's Day, even though St. Patrick's Day was really on Tuesday. They got some of the rowdiness out of the way on Saturday, and the governor witnessed it, and all the crowds, and how much the restaurants and bars were packed, and he really, literally, just got ticked off, and so just jumped the gun and closed everything up, and now, well, we've seen other states follow suit. So I kind of understand exactly where he's coming from and all this stuff. And, well, we have decided to kind of self-quarantine ourselves. And I don't like just sitting around. I like to be out and about, but I figured if I stay home, chances are, A, I won't get sick. B, my wife won't get sick. And C, if by chance either of us are carrying this virus, well, at least we won't get other people sick. So here I am, kind of stuck at it. But, it's not so bad because I'm getting some honey-do list items off the board. I'm doing some construction on the inside of the house that didn't get done when we were doing the big project about a year and a half ago. I'm going to be doing some painting on the inside. Certainly, Katie's old bedroom is going to get repainted, and maybe one other room, and we might be able to get all of that done within the next week and a half or so. At least it gives me a head start on what I'm going to be doing this summer. And, otherwise, I do have a stack of books. I've told you about that before, and I legitimately do have a stack, and I am starting on that. In fact, I actually did get one of the books read and put away on Saturday. And now I'm going to start in on another one here in another day or so and see if I can whittle that stack down over the next couple of weeks. Not a lot of sports to watch on TV, so I'm actually doing some reading of those books and other articles. I'm listening to some of my favorite radio personalities, and that does not mean smooth jazz. I listen to that in the classroom, but I get to hear some people. And I do watch an occasional old Western on TV, and I can hardly wait until the sports season start gearing up. I had plans to go to the Cubs game on spring break, and that's not happening now. And I don't know when Major League Baseball is going to get back on. I plan to go to Chicago this coming weekend to a baseball card show, the one of the two I go to every year in Chicago. It's big and it's wonderful, and I spend lots of money, and now I get to wait till November. And I will probably go to Canton one day while we're on break, basically to spend some time with my mom. And we're going to cook a turkey here in a day or so, and I'll probably take some down to her. So, yeah, we're eating at home a lot. And the one advantage I've seen so far is I'm not driving, which means I'm not spending money on gas, which means that'll be more money for me come November when it's time to go to my baseball card show. Now, I think about this opportunity of this weekend or this week or however you want to word it. It really is a great opportunity for learning and students have an opportunity to learn without being in the classroom. Now, how many of you actually pay attention to the news? From what I hear in class, not very many. And this is a great opportunity to take a half hour to find out what is going on in the world and around you, because this is so much a big deal. Much more so than we originally thought about and we laughed about and everything last week. I even said if we're going to be out, I'm going to take off and go to Disneyland, which I probably would have thought about. Of course, Disneyland is now closed, and we are stuck at home. But it's an opportunity to learn while you have some time. So take a half hour out of your day, watch the national news, watch the local news, and don't come back and tell me I didn't have time, because you do have plenty of time right now. Read the newspaper a little bit. ChicagoTribune.com has dropped their paywall on coronavirus articles. And so pay attention to what's going on over in Italy, over in France, in Spain, in Europe, because I have a feeling that what they have is going to be over here pretty soon. It's an indication of what is to come. I encourage everyone to take a watch on PBS, on their website, because pbs.org/video/American-experience-1918-. Once again, pbs.org/video/American-experience-1918/ is a great documentary. It runs about 45 minutes on what happened in this country 102 years ago. And there are a lot, and I do mean a lot, of parallels with what's going on around the world right now and what went on around the world in 1918 when the swine flu virus hit and spread like wildfire. Just as we were coming about the end of World War I, we got a double whammy, and wait till you see some of the numbers of people affected by that and how many people died compared to all the wars we have been in as a country. Now, just like my dad, who almost to his dying day would talk about the summer of 1936, and just like we talked last year about the winter of 79 when I was in high school and how bad it was, one of these days you will tell your own children about the winter of 2019 and the coronavirus panic of 2020. So learn a little bit about what's going on. Now, people have asked me if I'm worried. Now, fact is, I'm not worried. I'm concerned. And if you use part of your time to better inform yourself and come back to school ready for the stretch run, well, then maybe in a weird sort of way, this was all worth it. However, if all you do is play video games, hang with your friends, be on your cell phone, pay no attention to the world around you, you'll walk away from this break continuing to perpetuate ignorance and irresponsibility. Now, listen, my sister-in-law is being tested for the virus. She works in a healthcare facility in the Quad Cities for senior citizens. Right now, we don't know the results of the test, but neither Linda nor I have been around her or had any contact with her or my brother-in-law Jim or their son. Still, it's a situation that hits very close to home, and that's why I'm trying to be as cautious as possible. Now, I'm going to try to check in later. Be smart, stay safe, and stay healthy. See ya.